Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the third part of the Subliminal Messages iceberg. Let's get right into this. First up on the list, we have Burger King, It'll Blow Your Mind Away. In 2009, Burger King released an ad for their new sub called the Super 7-incher. We're already off to a bad start. This ad has been branded as being extremely controversial due to its sexual connotations in regards to oral sex. For instance, it shows a young blonde female with her eye-catching bright red lips wide open, ready to take a bite out of the 7-incher. And the implications are anything but subtle. Another point to note is that the tagline, quote, "It'll blow your mind away," printed in huge, bold white letters, specifically the word blow, which is in reference to the popular slang term for, well, sucking dick. This combination of words and images denotes that one would gain the same amount of pleasure from eating the Super 7-incher as they would from receiving oral sex. Yes, sex does sell and will no doubt continue to, but this ad lacks the subtlety and class needed to be taken seriously by its target audience, and instead is widely considered as being incredibly crude and offensive. Next up on the list, we have Husker Du, Get It. On December 27th, 1973, Subliminal television advertising appeared in a 60-second product commercial that at 4 intervals flashed the barely visible printed message, quote, "Get It." The commercial was carried by hundreds of stations across the country, most of which edited out the subliminal messages after being alerted by the Television Code Authority of the National Association of Broadcasters that the advertisement violated their rules. Next up on the list, we have Fight Club, Penis. I wish I was joking. At the very end of the film Fight Club, a penis flashes on screen for a split second. Initially, this hidden frame confused a lot of viewers, but its appearance can easily be explained away. It's a reference to an earlier point in the film where Tyler is working in theaters and splicing frames of porn into family films. And this penis at the end of the movie is supposed to be a fourth wall break where Tyler spliced a frame of porn into the film Fight Club itself. Coca-Cola Ice Cube's blowjob is referring to this vintage Coca-Cola ad captioned, "Feel the Curves," where a depiction of a woman giving a blowjob can be seen in one of the ice cubes. Next up on the list, we have Dodge logo. This entry is referring to the theory that the Ram logo on Dodge trucks resembles a vagina. To go along with this, many speculate that the reason straight males gravitate towards Dodge trucks is because the logo resembles a vagina. I mean, personally, I think this is just a ram, and a ram alone. Now we're moving on from tier 5 down to tier 6. First up on tier 6, we have Good Teenagers, Take Off Your Clothes. In the popular Disney film Aladdin, during a scene in which Aladdin flies up to Jasmine's balcony on his magic carpet to convince her that he is not just another self-absorbed, empty-headed prince, Aladdin steps onto the balcony. Jasmine's tiger Rajah threatens him and backs him up against the railing. As Rajah growls, Aladdin tries to shoo him away with his turban and then supposedly whispers the phrase, "Good teenagers, take off your clothes." Here's a clip.
So how's our little beau doing? Come on, good teenagers, take off.
Next up on the list, we have Allo Diablo. In the first ever Diablo game released, Diablo 1 released in 1996, when you enter the 16th level, a demonic voice can be heard speaking gibberish. But if you play this gibberish in reverse, the phrase, "Eat your vegetables and brush your teeth after every meal" can be heard. That's kind of a wholesome little Easter egg. Here's a clip. Vegetables and brush after every meal. Next up on the list, we have Stephen Fry for Pope. In an episode of British TV show QI, based on hypnosis, host Stephen Fry suggested that he could use subliminal messages to get himself elected as the Pope. The words "Stephen Fry for Pope" then briefly flashed up on the screen, and this was repeated many times throughout the episode. Next up on the list, we have McDonald's flash ad in Food Network. During an episode of Iron Chef on the Food Network channel in the mid-2000s, a McDonald's advertisement flashed on screen for a single frame. Food Network wrote this off as nothing more than a glitch and not an attempt at subliminal advertising. But many were still skeptical and believed that Food Network strategically placed this ad hoping that no one would notice it. but that it would still subconsciously stimulate our minds and drive sales. Next up on the list, we have Gygas Fetus. In the video game Earthbound, Gygas is the embodiment of evil, and his mind was destroyed by his own evil power. During the battle with this boss, the sprite seems to form the outline of a fetus. Now, although Gygas himself is not a fetus, the shape of Gygas, which many interpret as a fetus, is simply a representation of Gygas's mind, which is Gygas's evil in the mind of himself. I know it's confusing. It was confusing for me to read that. I'm still a little confused. We still to this day don't know why the outline of a fetus is present or what it alludes to, but it's an interesting Easter egg either way. Next up on the list, we have Krispy Kreme, so good you'll suck dick. During a news broadcast, an advertisement for Krispy Kreme donuts appears next to the reporter's head. The ad, which shows Krispy Kreme's new low-calorie wheat donuts, also contains 2 lines of text in the bottom right corner, which supposedly say the phrase, quote, "So good you'll suck dick." Here's a clip.
All right, thanks a lot, Liz. And as you heard, some restaurants, including here in Augusta, are looking at giving you more low-calorie options, even when it comes to donuts.
And finally, the last entry on tier 6, Slayer Hell Awaits, quote, "Join us." If the song Hell Awaits by Slayer is played backwards, the phrase "join us" can be heard repeated many times. I know there have been multiple entries on this iceberg where supposed subliminal messages have been hidden in songs, but this one is by far the most convincing to me. Here's a clip. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Part 4 for the Subliminal Messages Iceberg will be out shortly. I'm sorry for the delay of videos lately. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.